Hey guys, it's your girl Heather with I Know You Know We Know.
I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching it.
The reality is, your personal information is out there, exposed and vulnerable.
This does the lie. The difference is danger, and dissent is disloyalty.
5G towers, they're not for internet and phone service.
The idea would be to install a CEO-style dictator while keeping Trump as the figurehead.
I could hear a woman saying they're waking up.
Hey, I'm so glad that you're here. Everything I do is for you. Okay? Okay, because I just love you. No matter what you think. So join me. Let's watch these videos, y'all.
Samsung issued this updated warning, or whatever you want to call it, on their products that this may be happening. Sort of an ominously worded document, right?
It was a little ominous. It said, be careful about what you say in front of the television. Try not to have any sensitive conversations in your living room because the TV is going to be recording what you say.
If you just bought a smart TV, the FBI is also issuing a warning over those devices.
So what this means is I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching it.
Yep.
You've done everything right. Strong passwords, privacy settings, even tape over your webcam. You're careful with your phone and laptop, but there's one device you probably never worried about. The smart TV sitting quietly in your living room. It plays your favorite shows, responds to your voice, and looks harmless, but behind that screen, it might be watching your back. In 2019, the FBI warned that smart TVs can be hijacked by hackers and even used to spy through built-in cameras and microphones. So if the threat is sitting right there in your home, the question is, how much of your life is being seen and sold without you knowing it?
Really scary stuff when it comes to these smart TVs.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Vlad. The last time I bought a phone that was a non-smartphone was a long time ago. Same thing with your television. And just like we have to lock our phones down and our home computers down, now we have to lock down all of these smart devices in our living rooms, including our televisions.
But while your attention is on the screen, your smart TV is doing more than just showing you content. It's quietly taking notes, snapping images of what's being displayed. Not a couple here and there, up to 30 full frames every minute, even if you haven't touched the remote. According to US Patent 10,951,698b1, filed by Inscape Data Services, this isn't a hidden bug or random glitch. It's built into the system, part of a process called real-time visual sampling. Even when your TV appears to be in standby mode, it's still scanning what's on the screen and collecting that data. They call it smart interactivity. Sounds helpful, but not really for you.
Companies and identity thieves are targeting you. And the worst part? These criminals face zero consequences for what they're doing to you. The reality is, your personal information is out there, exposed and vulnerable. It's on you to protect yourself.
Okay, so now, before we keep going, I want to say that any video that I show you guys, as always, if you want to watch them yourself or watch the full-length video, let me know. I will send them to you. Okay, so we're gonna move on just a little bit, not far off from that. So our next video is from Anonymous, which our first video we just watched was from Anonymous also. So if you look up Anonymous on YouTube, you'll be able to find it just like I did. So we're gonna continue on, guys.
Hello, my fellow citizens of the world. This is the Architect, speaking on behalf of Anonymous. 34 days remain until the truth is revealed. There's a feeling many of you can't quite describe, but you know it's there. A pressure, a discomfort, a quiet, constant hum beneath the surface. That feeling is truth trying to wake you up. You're not alone in it. You're not the only one who feels like something has gone terribly wrong, and like no one in power cares to fix it. That feeling is collective, and it's growing. It doesn't matter who you voted for, where you worship, or what you look like. That ache for change that connects us all. We are not asking if people will stand with us. We know they will. The only question is who stands first. Because the moment a few do, many will. More than you think. More than you can even imagine. And when that happens, the illusion of division will shatter. And you will realize what they never wanted you to see. We were never actually divided. We were just told to be. They fed us hate. They turned neighbor against neighbor. They sold us the lie that difference is danger and dissent is disloyalty. But we're waking up, and here's the truth. We all know that genocide, especially against innocent men, women, and children in 4K, is evil. We all know that corruption is wrong, that poisoning our food and water is wrong, that teaching us to hate each other is wrong. We all know. And now it's time to stand on that shared knowing. Let this be the space where that starts. A space where unity isn't just spoken, it's shown. Lift each other up. In the comments, in conversation, encourage. Whether you voted for Biden or Trump, whether you lean left, right, or neither, whether you're gay, straight, black, white, or anything in between, you're welcome here. Because this isn't about left or right. It's about right or wrong. And we all want the same thing. A better future. A safer one. A free one. That's why they divided us. Because united, we are unstoppable. Now rise together. Join us. Change history. Not for revenge, but for restoration. Welcome to the right side of history. Welcome to Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
I don't know why I get so excited whenever I see them, but I do. Come on, guys. Tell me that they don't resonate with you just a little. Just hearing about how we all need to rise up and be together gives me chills. And I want nothing more than to wake up tomorrow and all of us be united. Wouldn't that be nice?
5G towers, they're not for internet and phone service. That's all a scam and a lie and a cover story for the Project Bluebeam technology, for the microwave weapon that it was designed to be, to zap you with frequencies and mess with your sleep and your health. This is not conspiracy theory. And by the way, those of you that want to throw out the word conspiracy theory, that immediately tells me how ignorant and asleep you are. You don't even know what that term, where it came from or why they use it. It's simply to discredit whistleblowers, people telling the truth. So when you throw that term around, you just show that you're asleep and a sheep. That's it. So I'm going to show you this video because a lot of these are starting to come out now. These companies and these small mom and pop shops that fix your cell phones on a daily basis. When you take them in, they're broken or they need repairs or a new screen. These people that own these repair shops are now making videos about what they're finding when they take your phone apart. There is no 5G chip in these phones. They're not only charging you more money for the phones and making a huge profit, but it's not even got the 5G in it. That's why your service still sucks. After all these billions of dollars spent on marketing about the blazing fast speeds you're gonna have. Check out the video.
Oh, I have two 5G phones in front of me. Right there is where the 5G chip is supposed to be. And right there is where the 5G chip is supposed to be. And again, I fix phones every day, so you can take this from a reliable source. There's not a single phone in Canada that supports 5G. There's not a single carrier in Canada.
I find that to be very amusing. I don't know why I felt like I needed to share that with you. Just because I need you to know that it's all a bunch of horseshit. If you don't know that by now, you are fast asleep. I'm hoping by now, at least most of the people that are watching this has awakened enough to understand the internet is not gonna be any better than what it is. Okay, guys? We literally have everything from a touch of a button. How much faster do you want it to be? Now, once again, guys, let's move over to another video where maybe I'm crazy, or maybe I'm just showing you some shit you should see.
Who is Curtis Yarvin?
Curtis Yarvin is a software programmer from San Francisco who in the early 2000s started writing a weird blog under the name Minchus Molebug. And in that blog, he outlined a lot of these ideas for getting rid of democracy in favor of a corporate monarch or dictator and running territories instead of by government, by corporation. So Yarvin's idea is that Americans have to get over their dictator phobia, he said. And the way that we do that is by installing a CEO to be like the shadow president and to destroy American government from within through something he calls RAGE, R-A-G-E, retire all government employees. And that's very much what you see happening right now through Doge. In 2022, Yarvin updated his plan to a second Trump administration. The idea would be to install a CEO-style dictator while keeping Trump as the figurehead, to then purge career government employees, basically carry out rage, retire all government employees, to weaken these institutions, get rid of any people who are loyal to democracy, replace them with loyal ninjas who would answer to the CEO dictator, not to the democratic process or to Congress or anybody like that. Then start centralizing executive power under the executive branch, rebutting the courts, refusing to go along with the laws, just challenging every aspect of the system to break it. And then use this new centralized power to start seizing the other centers of power in society, media power, academia, establish complete control over the information sphere, because in order to have this experiment last, you have to make sure it controls information, because it needs to control future elections. It does no good if in 2 years we get the Congress back, or in 4 years we get the White House back. So that was the scary vision he laid out in 2022. And as far as I can tell,
that sounds impossible.
Okay, guys, before I move on to this next video, I showed you that one before, just because I feel like that name should be in your mind. Just because I feel like if you look up that name, you'll find out way more than you bargained for. Anyways, so moving on, I got the craziest story ever. And if you have been a part of my channel at all, you know I believe in aliens 112%. So when I seen this video, I was so freaking amazed. And it's so fascinating to hear someone tell a story like this.
Past few days, I've been pondering it over and over, whether I should, because I'm nervous, but you know what? I'm just gonna do it, so here we go. The other night, I woke up on my couch again at 2:22. Not uncommon, as a lot of you know. I made my way into my kitchen because I needed some water. As I was walking into my kitchen, I felt this overwhelming sense of my body getting extremely hot. When I got to this spot where I'm standing right now, the only way I can describe it is I felt my body tense up. I felt my hands get rigid. I felt my fingers go out like this. And then all of a sudden, my head just locked, facing upwards. Now, the only thing I can describe after this moment is I was aware that I was in my body. I was aware that I was in my kitchen. But the only way I can describe this is I felt like I was now in a room, like a meeting, like I somehow had just transported to a place where a very important meeting was going on. Now, in that moment, I didn't know what was being said, but I picked up on an energy of there was a side of optimism and there was a side of pessimists. Those are two words, English words, that I know that described the energy that I was feeling. In that moment, I was listening and I couldn't understand what was happening. So I thought, I don't know how it came out, but I said, hello. And in that moment, all of the voices that I was hearing just stopped. My body relaxed, and then I was back in my kitchen. Ooh, I'm shaking now telling this. I looked over, and Cooper, my dog, was sitting at the end of the couch, just staring at me. And I looked at him, and I was like, did you see that? So in that moment, I felt my body get hot again. My whole body stiffened up again, and then my head did the thing where it just locked up, and I knew that I was in my body, but now I was back in this council, this board meeting, and I could hear them saying things like, it's starting, they're waking up. I felt the energy of arrival, of ascension, all of these things, and I could hear these words, and I said, hello again. The conversation stopped again. Then all of a sudden I heard what I assumed to be a male-like voice say, how are they here? In that moment, my body completely relaxed again, and I was fully in my kitchen. Now my dog was sitting on the end of the ottoman, just perked up, staring at me. Still don't know how to process what happened, but in that moment, I felt my body getting hot again, and I felt myself getting rigid again, and I tried to fight it. I tried wiggling my fingers, I tried doing all these things, but nothing was working, and all of a sudden, I was back in that board meeting, that council meeting, that whatever I was, and I could hear them talking again. And I could hear a woman saying, they're waking up. They're starting to wake up. And then all of a sudden I said, once again, I can hear you. They all got quiet. And as clear as I am speaking to you now, I heard another female-like voice say, this one is more powerful than we thought, and the rest of them will start waking up very soon. Now, That's when my body relaxed and I was back in my kitchen, and I haven't known if I was going to share this with you because I know someone will believe and some won't believe, but that's totally okay.
Ah, tell me that's not crazy, yo. I know every day I'm like, I want to meet an alien. I want to meet an alien. But do I want to meet them that way? I don't know. I feel like that would be scary, guys. Don't you think it would be scary? I think it would be scary. So we're going to move on. I'm going to show you one or two more videos.
This Friday, the newest batch of Disney Channel stars grown in the Disney Genetic Engineering Lab will be unveiled to the public.
Yeah, you heard that. Disney's Genetic Engineering Lab.
All right, now, Tracy, most of our viewers are already familiar with a lot of the products that have come out of the Disney Lab. Yes, but how exactly do you create a Hilary Duff or a Miley Cyrus from scratch?
Right.
Well, we're going to find out exactly how it's done right now, because joining us live from the Disney Lab is one of their lead geneticists, Dr. Andrew Rourke. Welcome, Dr.
This is where it starts to get weird, if it's not already weird. Disney Genetic Engineering, creating Disney stars.
Dr. Rourke, there's quite an operation you've got going on out there.
Thanks, Jim.
So the stars that we see on TV are actually grown right here?
That's correct. They're grown and developed here. We engineer their brains for advanced singing and dancing capabilities, even posing for photos.
Have you shared this yet? You probably should share it.
By the time they grow to desired size, these child stars are fully ready for the camera or the concert tours or whatever Disney chooses to put them in.
That is simply amazing. Now, how long does it take to actually create a star from scratch?
Well, not very long at all. We use the exact same DNA structure for all of our stars, and then we simply tweak minor details like hair color or skin tone.
Right. Yeah.
This is starting to get creepy, right? Has it set in how weird this is?
Yeah, we do have some footage here of some of the well-known creations that have come out of your lab. Let's take a look.
Yes, well, that's model 6831-A.
He literally just referred to that human as an item number.
Publicly known as Mitchell Musso, standard male base with type 3 skin pigmentation.
Wow.
And that's model 6831-B. We give him slightly thicker eyebrows and type 5 skin.
Oh, so it's sort of like putting a puzzle together there.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Okay, here we've got some of the images of some of the newest models. We're going to be seeing a lot of these kids in the future.
It really looks like you have someone for every kid in America to love
Well, that's
here.
the idea, Tracy. Our writers find it very liberating. For example, our new model, Haley, is a singing, dancing, snowboarding, half Japanese, half Indian girl.
Wow.
Now, finding her in reality would be impossible.
Right.
And now Zac Efron.
But sounds like a surefire hit to me. Oh, now this one's Zac Efron. I've seen him before.
Yes, Zac was actually one of our earliest
My
models.
daughters love him. I mean, he looks so real.
Actually, I think we could have done a better job with Zac. He could show more human tendencies. If you look closely, you'll notice there's a certain deadness around the eyes.
I do see that, yes.
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to watch because all I see is all my mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, he seems flawless to me.
Do what you will with that.
Excuse me? That's right. You heard it. Come on, guys. Now, I know. From most of you, I'm going to hear, oh, Heather, you believe everything you see. Okay, well, you know what? All I'm going to say is, I think we've seen enough things now to think that that is absolutely positively fucking real, okay? Absolutely possible. Even if, for some freaking reason, someone made that video up and it's all AI, do you really think that with all the technology and the clones that we can't create human life? I want to just show you one more thing, and I think I'm gonna end it for tonight, y'all. So here we go. Bear with me just for a few more moments, guys.
Withdraw 40 grand of their dollars that they worked hard for, and they can't. And they can't because the bank don't got it. What does the bank even for then? If I can't go out, cash is king in America, right? If I can't go and get my 40 grand out the bank, I gotta call ahead, and then they gotta bring it 3 days later. What is the point of even having the bank? That's like, what is the bank even for if they don't even have no money there? So that means everybody's money is not even there. It's somewhere off. What it is off. The bank is using all of our money to make them more money, and then once we need our,
they want us to not.
I want to pause that just by saying,
deep state are
see,
a literal hybrid.
Of course, we have just some other freaking video doing whatever it wants to do. Anyways, I want to pause this for 2 seconds just to say, this guy's going on and on and on because he needed a $40,000 loan, and every Chase bank that he called around him in many miles away, none of the banks had the money. Literally had a friend that said he would give it to him, and when the friend called the bank, it was going to take at least 3 days to get the money because that bank did not have it. Now, if you are on some part of this world that hasn't heard about how our money is supposed to just, collapse and all this craziness, then I don't know what to say to you. Hello, your money's not going to be there long. But if you are a part of us that do know something stupid's going on, then please understand me when I tell you that something stupid is going on. There's a reason that Bitcoin and all this shit is just crazy right now. There is a reason that we keep hearing how the dollar is just depreciating. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you guys don't start preparing and you guys don't start understanding that the bank does not have your shit, if you want money, you better take it the fuck out that bank and put it somewhere buried in the ground. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I know if all the power goes out and the world is scruffling around, that money that you hold so dear to you, that's being in the bank, is no longer your money. It's just gone. Anyways, so I just need you to understand that. And I want to say that y'all have been great today. I haven't really got to talk to you guys. I haven't been on here for a minute. I wanted to share a little bit of everything because my mind is literally blowing up with shit that y'all need to see. Tonight I tried to fit in as much as I could in a smallest amount of time that I could, and I'm still on here for almost an hour. I'm trying, y'all. But I can tell you, let's go through a recap. What we learned today. Well, Anonymous is back, right? What's up? I cannot wait to hear more from them. And we also know that now I'm drawing a blank because I can hear my freaking voice coming from the next room. And it's on like a delay. So now I feel like my voice, it's weird. It feels weird. Anyways, y'all. So I'm trying to remember what the hell we went over now. But I want to say we went over Anonymous. We went over what Curtis Jarvin. We went over aliens because, as you know, they're absolutely real and they are everywhere. If you don't believe that by now, you are out of here. You may as well just bury your head in the sand and go to sleep forever because they're everywhere. All right, guys, I want to say goodnight. I want to say y'all are the shit. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I be trying. If I didn't do good enough, let me know in the comments what I should do better, y'all. And I may take it into, account. I may not. Who knows? We'll see. Have a good night, guys.